What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Mitch Ray Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing Predator 2, which was released on the Sega Game Gear, Sega Genesis, and Sega Master System by Teeny Weeny Games and Arena. And this game is based on the Predator 2, starring Danny Glover and Gary Busey, a list of other actors. And the plot of the game pretty much follows the plot of the movie where the Predator goes into 1997 Los Angeles during a turf war between a couple of rival gangs, and Lieutenant Michael Harrington, who was played by Danny Glover, pretty much go heads up against the Predator. Now the pretty much the game has 7 stages in it that comes from different scenes in the movie, starting with the gunfight or shootout between the LAPD and one of the gangs. As you go through, play through the game, you can get different types of weapons. With your default weapon is the pistol, which is has unlimited ammo, but it's pretty much the weakest weapon in the game. You also get shotguns, ammo for shotguns, spread rifle, assault rifle, and the grenades. Now the grenades is it's the only weapon that you use against the snipers in the window. You know what I'm saying? You used all the other guns against the ones that coming at you, or the thugs in the that's under the manhole cover. And the items that you get during the game is a red cross that's pretty much one up, great body armor for health, and drugs for pretty much for extra points. You know what I'm saying? Now it is worth saying I'm pretty much reviewing the Game Gear version because that's the only one that I played, but it's pretty similar to the Genesis version and the Sega Master System version. And now the enemies in the game are, for the first 6 levels, are like different thugs and gang members and stuff like that, where the last stage is pretty much you fight against predators as you're on their spaceship and everything, whereas the boss for that last stage is like the predator that was seen in the movie. You know what I'm saying? That Danny Glover's character killed. Now, you do have to save some hostages in all the stages, and the number of hostages that you have to save depends on the stage you're on. Even though Danny Glover's character doesn't save any hostages in the movie, you know what I'm saying? Plus, there are different bosses like a taxi and a helicopter that you will fight at the end of each stage, individually, of course. I wasn't even aware that this particular game existed until yesterday, but honestly I'm not shocked or anything. Now the graphics and design of Predator 2 is pretty much mediocre at best, with decent color palette, but they haven't aged well since the release of over 20 years ago, you know. And the gameplay, while I do like the fact that you can switch among the weapons without a problem, the gameplay is kind of clunky, and Danny Glover's character moves kind of slow. He's kind of stiff, or like to say, you know what I'm saying? So some of it's good, some of they could have did a better job with the controls, you know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack is, for most part, pretty generic and forgettable, and it really didn't set any new standards for like the action games back then, you know what I'm saying? But I can say that Predator 2 for the Game Gear, I can safely say, I can say for the Sega Genesis version and the Sega Master System version that Predator 2 is more faithful to the source material than Predator on the NES is, you know what I'm saying? But it still ended up being a mediocre game that ended up being a cheap video game tie-in to a movie that had some flaws to it, you know, which was I would really recommend it to anybody, any um, Genesis owner, Game Gear owners, and Sega Master System owners who happen to be fans of the movie that this game is based on, and any YouTuber who wants to play this game under that Let's Play um, portions of their channels, you know. But for everybody else, I would say stick to other there's better games out there that's based off of a movie like Peter Jackson's King Kong for Xbox, PS2, and GameCube, and Batman Returns for Super Nintendo. Now, as far as the score is concerned, I would give Predator 2 for the Game Gear a 5 out of 10. You know, that being said, if you play Predator 2 for Game Gear, Sega Genesis, or Sega Master System, you can mention it in the comment section. Even if you like it, regardless which version, you can mention that too. If you like my review of Predator 2, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, signing off.